Hey guys, it's Sandeep from Phone Arena, and today we're going to be taking a look at the hands-on with the OnePlus 3 smartphone. So this here is the third and latest flagship from OnePlus, and this basically has a same 5.5-inch 1080p display like its predecessors, but what's different is that this has an optic AMOLED display and it also has Corning Gorilla Glass 4 for protection. Apart from that, you get an 8 megapixel camera up front, which basically has an f2.0 aperture. You can record 1080p videos at 30 fps, and it has a 1.4 micron pixel size as well. You can see that there's the earpiece, the ambient light and proximity sensor, and at the bottom you basically have a brand new fingerprint sensor. It can be clicked also, but what's really interesting about this is that it has a ceramic coating on top, which makes it scratch proof, and you also have two capacitive buttons which can be reassigned based on your needs. So it also comes with a screen protector that's actually included out of the box itself, and as you can see here, there's one already on the device. Moving over to the right side, you can see that there is the power button over here, and it's actually sufficiently raised from the body and actually feels good to press. On the other side, you have a three-stage profile key, which is actually much better than how they implemented it on the OnePlus 2. On the OnePlus 2, the key was actually a bit small, and the other issue was that it was a bit hard to toggle, but it's actually much easier on this, and even the ridge is actually a bit more raised, a bit more pronounced, and makes it easier to notice even if you're actually holding the phone in your hand and you just want to toggle up and down. It's much easier. You have the volume rocker button over here, and at the bottom you have the USB Type-C port, the primary microphone, the speaker grill, 3.5mm audio jack, and at the top you basically have nothing because the secondary microphone is at the back. So coming over to the back, you have the antenna lines over here. There are two pronounced antenna lines at the top and bottom. You have a 16 megapixel sensor here, which is basically an f2.0 aperture. It has 4K video recording at 30 fps, and it also supports 720p slow motion recording at up to 120 fps. This has a 1.12 micron pixel size, and it has face detection autofocus, which is different from the previous OnePlus 2, which had a laser autofocus module. Now the bad thing about that was that it used to hunt quite a bit, especially when taking photos up close or a bit further away. So this makes it sure that you actually get it bang on focus each and every time, and it actually focuses on much faster as well. So as you can see here, the back is entirely different from the OnePlus 2, and that's because there's no more sandstone or any other kind of cover that you can actually go with. This entire thing is made of metal, and it actually feels really good to hold. It's actually quite a bit thinner. It's around 7mm thick compared to the OnePlus 2, which is almost 10mm thick. It's also lighter than the OnePlus 2 despite having an all metal body, and you can see that the difference in thickness actually caused the camera hump to be raised quite a bit, but it's not too much that would actually cause you quite a bit of harm. The OnePlus logo here is also embossed really nicely, and up front you also have a 2.5D Corning Gorilla Glass over here for protection, and it actually feels quite good to use. It's similar to the OnePlus X. If you have actually used that, you'll know the OnePlus 2 felt a bit flat in that respect. So overall, the improvements in terms of design and the build quality are really positive. Someone who has been using the OnePlus 2 can really see that there has been a huge step up in terms of build quality as well as the aesthetics and ergonomics in the OnePlus 3, and it feels really good to use. So for those of you who still love the sandstone finish or those kind of covers, OnePlus is still selling those covers like you can see here. So this, for example, is the black apricot back cover, and you can actually attach it to your smartphone just like that. It just clips on. So the interesting thing about this is that you get 5 different covers. You can get sandstone, you can get black apricot, you can get Kevlar, rosewood, or even bamboo. So this has a USB Type-C port at the bottom, and it supports a new charging feature called Dash Charge, which essentially charges your smartphone from 0 to 60 in just 30 minutes. So Dash Charge has a really peculiar thing because it actually supports 5 volts maximum, but can charge up to 4 amperes, in the sense that it's more safe for your smartphone and provides a constant rate of electricity going to your smartphone at any given point. Apart from that, Dash Charge also makes sure that the power management feature is handled by the charger itself, regardless of whether it's a car charger or whether it's a desktop charger. Any charger that's Dash Charge certified by OnePlus essentially can do the power management on the charger itself, and as a result, your phone does not heat up when in use. So the phone also will remain really cool even if you're gaming while charging it, since the charger itself takes all the power management features. This basically has a USB 2.0 compatible Type-C port, not a 3.0 or 3.1, but it's still pretty good, especially since it has fast charging, which is something that the OnePlus 2 lacked. So the smartphone is basically powered by a Snapdragon 820 processor, and it also has 6 GB of RAM and comes in two different colors. This here is the silver version, and both the versions will basically have anodized aluminum for the body, but there will be a soft gold version as well that would be introduced later on. So apart from that, this device basically runs on Oxygen OS out of the box with Android Marshmallow 6.0.1. These two home buttons, these two capacitive buttons are actually reassignable based on what you want it to do. And there's actually a nice polarizing filter on top of the display that improves the sunlight legibility, especially when you're viewing the display under direct sunlight. So overall, the OnePlus 3 is quite a big improvement, and also the memory is the same in terms of capacity at 64 GB, but what has changed is they have upgraded from the eMMC 5.1 module to a UFS 2.0 module, which is much faster in terms of speed, both in terms of writing as well as copying speeds. So overall, the OnePlus 3 seems like the entire package, and now the only thing remaining is basically the price. So the OnePlus 3 will retail at a price of $399 in US, Euro 399 in Europe, Great British Pounds 309 in UK, and in INR it's basically 27,999. All of which are really good prices, especially for the kind of hardware, the kind of solution you get with the OnePlus 3. In fact, we feel it's probably better than the Mi 5 as well. In India, for example, you are limited to having just the 32 GB variant with 3 GB of RAM, even though with the 820 processor, that is kind of limited, especially for consumers who want more space or a more amount of RAM, but you don't have to sacrifice on either with the OnePlus 3. So OnePlus 3 will go on sale starting from June 14th in US and Europe, and will go on sale starting from June 15th in both India as well as China. So that was a quick hands-on with the OnePlus 3. We let you know our first impressions as well. The fingerprint sensor is actually blazing fast. I'll just show it to you right here. So you can just touch it and it's there. There is a bit of a delay maybe if you wake the screen and then try to unlock it, because the animation kicks into place, but other than that, it's actually really blazing fast, and we really like the fact that it's covered by ceramic, so there would be no scratches at all. The other thing that's really important about this smartphone is that it supports dual SIM functionality just like the OnePlus 2, and other than that, one thing that most people would be really surprised and really happy about is the inclusion of NFC. So this smartphone does support NFC out of the box, and that's something that a lot of people really felt sad that OnePlus had omitted in the OnePlus 2. So overall, it's the complete package. It's possibly a good upgrade to the OnePlus 2, or for anyone who's looking for a flagship phone but at a cheaper price. And you really don't have to skimp out on any of the features or even build quality in this case. So that was our hands-on and first impressions with the OnePlus 3 smartphone. If you like this video, do hit the like button and do subscribe to our channel for more videos like this. Also make sure to check out all our other videos of the OnePlus 3. Thanks for watching.